canción romántica.
That what you promised me last time.
Tenerife, the island known for its stunning beaches with crystal clear waters, to its lush forests and towering mountains. All set in a subtropical climate with average temperatures ranging from 20 degrees in winter to 30 degrees in summer. It's also home to Spain's highest peak, Mount Taib, which stands at over 3,718 metres tall. Our journey begins at the largest island of the Canaries, Tenerife. It's 300 kilometres from the northwest coast of Africa, and being such an attractive holiday location, the island brings in over 5 million tourists from all over the world every year. Most tourists tend to come from mainland Spain, Germany and Great Britain. Known for their love of tea, pubs, football and ability to stand in a line, it's a place that I'm happy to call home. And that's me, I'm Jude. And today I want to go past the picture-perfect beaches with crowded resorts to explore the real impact that mass tourism has on this beautiful island.
We're on Tenerife in the Canary Islands, those southern outposts of Spain. But the reason we're here is that British holidaymakers are coming in greater numbers than ever before.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
you want sunglasses?
No thank you.
It's a long way down Holiday Road. Holiday Road. Holiday Road.
What's your opinions on it so far?
Yeah, we like it.
Yeah.
We're enjoying it.
What do you think of the prices of drinks here?
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
On
Very
the
good,
West
yeah.
Coast kid. Holiday Road.
And what's one thing you would change about it?
Yeah, change the hills.
Change the hills.
Yeah.
Too long?
Little bit hilly.
Yeah, we like flat.
Playa de las Americas has shot up in a few short years. At a time when many Spanish resorts are worried about a drop in visitors, it is actually looking forward to a record winter season. You can find a pint of beer for under £1, chicken or pork dishes for less.
Too many headlines for the wrong reasons in recent years, often because of the behaviour of some British tourists.
So what brings you to the islands? For holiday?
Holiday, yeah.
Holiday?
Well, the hotel is really nice and we can just walk along here and there's no hills.
Okay. And what's one thing that you would change about the islands?
Move it nearer England.
It's no secret that Tenerife is a top destination for British tourists, with over 35% of visitors coming from the UK. And according to Tenerife's Tourism Corporation, the majority of tourists who visit Tenerife do so through pre-packaged holiday deals. To gain some insight into the tourism industry, I spoke with a tour guide operator at a nearby bar. He's asked to remain anonymous.
Do you enjoy your job as a tour operator?
I would say that it's a job, and like any other, I can't complain about, for example, about my time schedule, and we as a business that I work for, there is a great organizational culture. But while it has loads of pros, it also has cons in terms of like me not believing in what I actually do.
To the East Coast, the English bring not only their English selves, but their English way of life.
We're all going on a summer holiday. No more working for a week or two.
I don't actually understand why people go on a package holidays. I understand that it's, for example, easier to pay for everything in one go. And if I would have family and if I would have kids, I would just want to, just get it all sorted. And this might be easier in terms of the customer. For example, for the areas like Los Cristianos and Las Americas, it's not real,
Now let's see if it's true.
and it's a matter of respect, and they don't respect actually the local culture or the local traditions or local people. They don't have any kind of respect. I see it a lot when I work in different hotels. We have some complaints, like the staff was rude, and actually they are not rude, but they are just, you know, being themselves. This is how the Spanish people are.
What packaged tourists packed was beans and biscuits, terrified of foreign food.
It's just built for people to come here, enjoy the sun, but here within the hotels there is just shops and restaurants, and all of the tourist shops, the stuff that you can buy, it's from China, so it's not bringing any value to the island.
We're going where the sea is blue. We've seen it.
After hearing from the tour operator about how lots of the products being sold at Los Cristianos and Playa de las Americas were not actually benefiting Tenerife, I decided to speak to a local of the island who's been manufacturing souvenirs and ceramics that are sold to tourists. He has been in the industry for over 35 years, so I wanted to see what his opinions were on the issues that were brought to light.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Vicente Ramos y soy el gerente del taller de cerámica. Es un centro especial de empleo. Esto quiere decir que está calificado por el gobierno de Canarias para que trabajen personas con discapacidad, de distintas discapacidades, ¿no? Entonces aquí fabricamos cerámica, hacemos una técnica de cuerda seca que se llama, es una técnica árabe, y vendemos a los souvenirs para tiendas de souvenirs de turismo, ¿no? El negocio se ha visto afectado en el turismo, más bien mi negocio particular se ha visto afectado en la importación de muchos productos de fuera, sobre todo de China. Hay muchos productos de China que han intentado copiar artesanía, y nos hemos sentido desplazados un poco. Todos los artesanos canarios también, por la importación de productos chinos muy baratos, y nos han hecho que algunos talleres, algunos sitios, algunos artesanos hayan tenido que cerrar las puertas. Yo afortunadamente no, porque como he dicho, tengo un centro especial de empleo y tengo una subvención y unos apoyos del gobierno para que se mantenga en pie económicamente, si no, no sería viable.
After speaking with Vicente about how the importation of foreign souvenirs has caused his colleagues to close, I wanted to find out more about tourism's role in the general economy. And to get a better understanding of this, my co-interviewer, Norful Ahmed, has visited a nearby souvenir shop to find out more.
Could you briefly introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, so my name is Andrew. I'm from the US. My wife, who is from here, from Tenerife, we opened this store a couple years ago. So yeah.
What are the variety of crafts and items that you sell here?
So we work with over 80 producers. Like 40 artists and 40 producers, which would be wine, food, that sort of thing. So we sell a little bit of everything.
What items are the most profitable?
Wine.
Really?
100%. Alcohol in general.
Yeah.
Really, it's people come and want to try the wine, the beers. Yeah, that's definitely our big seller. However, I would say about 95% of our guests that come in here are tourists. Mm-hmm. We're right on the main road from Los Cristianos and Las Americas up to the national park, and so there's about 1 million cars that go up and down this road every single year. So without tourism, this place honestly probably wouldn't exist. Yeah.
But what happens when the tourists don't come? Tenerife saw an 80% decline in the numbers of tourists that were visiting the island compared to its previous years. This had a knock-on effect, which caused other industries like hospitality, retail, and transportation to suffer.
During Corona, it was really bad for the locals. Most of the people here, they were struggling with life. The island's economy was falling like a trash. Crashed because it is like the whole island. It is dependent on tourism.
You were here really bad with COVID.
A little bit. Yeah. We opened. We got here about 6 months before the world really shut down.
No sunshine when she's gone.
Tenerife was a bit of a ghost town for 2 years.
However, it wasn't all bad for Tenerife during the pandemic. With the tourists gone, it meant that the island's wildlife was starting to recover.
there are reports and studies made that, for example, the short fin pilot whales that live here all year round, there was much more births of the whales, and also the calves, they are born dead, but there was much less of those deaths. So the nature, it seemed like it's recovering.
The wildlife on Tenerife starting to revive, and the evident effect that mass tourism has on the island's environment, I was eager to hear more. I decided to speak to a local herbalist on the island to see what her views were on tourism.
A ver, soy Agael León Rodríguez.
Her name is Agael León. She dedicates herself to traditional Canarian pottery. She tries to keep the tradition within the islands. But she also has grown fond to learning about plants, medicinal plants specifically. She's been learning about it since she was 15, and she's currently 58, so she's been learning it for a while.
What is your opinion on mass tourism in places like Las Cristianas and Playa de Americas?
If it was down to her, she'd give it a few sweeps and make it more ecological. She says it's too aggressive. The island can't take that much mass tourism. We don't have enough territory, enough space.
Can I ask you one more question?
Yes, tell me.
If you could change anything about Tenerife, what would you change?
I think the only thing that is possible is to just have honest conversations with the tourists that come here and educate them like what an impact they have on the island, on the local community, and it wouldn't be beneficial just for Tenerife, but it would be beneficial for their own knowledge and like being mindful of what are the consequences of their actions. Yeah.
Listening to all that we have heard, we can conclude that mass tourism definitely brings economic benefits, even helps the island to survive, but it also causes environmental damage, cultural erosion, and social problems. Maybe it's vital for us to take a step back and think about the locals' wishes for a more responsible, environmentally aware tourist, one who respects the local artisan over imported mass products, and who looks further than the flat man-made seafront promenades. On a more general level, perhaps we can all consider that as we travel to different countries to broaden our own horizons, we can educate ourselves on the impact that we have on those beautiful vistas too.